Hi, I'm Charlotte.
And I'm Bernie.
And we are taking over GU Live tonight because
Charles and Bentley have been made redundant. So we're going to spice it up a little bit with
ISO thoughts. When you bite down on something, you're actually biting up because you can't move your top jaw. Next up, we are hearing from our youngest GU member.
who is our youngest GU member?
Let's find out.
Let's bounce right into it. That was interesting.
As always, he has lots to say.
Very wise.
Thanks, Huddy G. You're the man. Alright, GU, we have a new segment for you today.
A new segment?
Very new. It's fun. It's trendy.
Trendy?
I know.
We don't do that kind of stuff around here.
Just you wait.
Charlotte?
Yes, Bernadette.
Let's react to some TikToks.
Yes, let's do it.
I wasn't expecting that.
Neither was I. Oh. Oh, dang. I couldn't do that with my little legs.
That's you. He's more flexible than us.
No.
That was actually kind of funny.
Ooh. I don't know if I like that one.
I love that. Oh, it's so wholesome. Is he meant to be Harry Potter?
I think so. Looks like it would hurt.
We should try that.
Maybe.
Is that coming up next? Let's hack it up.
Hack it up.
Hack? Like life? No.
Oh.
Life hacks.
Oh, life hacks. What sort of life hacks?
Well, all of them.
Oh, okay, let's go for it.
Let's get into it. Why spend $30 on a small little sponge like this? Psh.
Why?
When you can get like a pack of 4 for $1. They do the exact same thing.
Exactly. Can you show us how, please, Bernadette?
Sure. So when applying foundation, just put a small amount on your sponge,
Okay. Oh, okay.
bend it, and dab it. Rosy cheeks, just dab it on. Life hack.
Alright, life hack number 2. So you know when you're at a birthday party and it's really awkward and you have to sing happy birthday to somebody? but then it's also awkward if you're the person just sitting there. So just to get away from all that awkwardness, you know what you can do? Type these few numbers in your phone and it's going to sing happy birthday for you. Are you ready? 112 163 112 196 11 hash 9632 969. And so that's it. That's all you have to do.
That's amazing.
I know.
I'm never singing happy birthday again.
Neither am I.
Life hack number 3. So apparently, when you tilt your head to the right, it makes you look more intelligent. But if you tilt your head slightly up, it makes you look more attractive. Yeah, I think so.
Life hack number 4, the final hack for you. Are you ready?
I'm ready. So what we're going to be doing is making latte art at home.
Ooh, fancy.
Fancy. So first you're going to get your cup of milk. I have a shot of coffee in here, or a couple shots, I don't know, I drink a lot of coffee. Anyway, you're going to get your chocolate powder. Then you're going to want to cut out a shape of your choice. Scoop a bit of chocolate powder and sprinkle it over top. Voila, there you go. Instant latte art.
That's perfect.
Alright, well let's hand it over to our awesome youth pastor.
Woohoo!
See you later.
Well, hey GU, it's that time right now. So go grab your Bibles, your pen, your notebook, and hey, we're about to hear a very special word from a very special someone who seems a little bit familiar.
Hey, what's up GU? Hope you're all doing good. I'm Bailey and I get to share my testimony with you guys today. So strap in, hey? Alright, let's jump right into it. So, when I was growing up, I lived in a Christian home with my mum and my dad and not Jonty for 2 years, which is great. But yeah, I had a very similar upbringing to Jonty, obviously. I was going to church every single Sunday and I've been at this church for the majority of that time, really. I also gave my life to God when I was 6, and yeah, so that's kind of the beginning of where everything starts. So I'm going to fast forward a little bit from the beginning, and before I get into this section though, I'm going to preface it with my favourite verse, and that is Psalm 91 verse 2, which says, "For this I declare of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I trust." And that's been my favourite verse for a really long time, probably since I started high school, really. And I've just held on to that for a very long time. So I like consistency, even though I'm, as you may know, I go with the flow with a lot of things. I don't really get phased out by much. So it might be a little bit weird for me to say I like consistency, but I do. The main things being that I always go to youth, I always go to church, and I always go to soccer training. So they're the 3 things that I always am doing. But I also try not to look for consistency through the world and people. I try to find my consistency through God, because really He's the only thing that holds strong and doesn't change over a long period of time. So growing up at church, there weren't actually that many people my age, so I didn't really have a lot of friends to hang out with. There were sort of people coming and going, but no like close friends that I hung out with for ages and ages. So I went to Sunday school, and then as soon as I hit year 6, I started coming to youth. But I didn't really have any friends at youth either, so the simple solution was I just bring Chris, my friend from school. So basically as soon as I started coming to youth, I started bringing Chris as well, and we'd tag team each week whose parents would bring each other in and whatever. But yeah, so at least I had someone there. Thanks, Chris. So I can probably think of about 3 times off the top of my head where I didn't go to church or youth. So I was going a lot. Like, I liked it. My parents didn't force me to go. I had Chris at youth, and even though I didn't have that many friends at church, I still enjoyed going. I still went. So soon there were more people coming to youth, and I had a bunch of people my age to hang out with, and so did Chris, which is great. I wasn't the youngest anymore, and we had a lot of people around, and we were kind of all going through the same things at the same time. So it was really good. And around this time, I started to make some close friends, because that's what happens when you start sharing experiences with other people, is you make friends. And to add on to that as well, we had youth leaders now that weren't that much older than me, so they were much more relatable. And that was kind of what youth looked like for a while there, is I had people around me going through the same sorts of things. And that kind of leads up to now, where I'm a youth leader, and I still have multiple people who I'm close with who are older than me. Being a part of the youth team brings that, and also connect groups at church. I also have friends who are youth leaders with me, and we're still sharing the same experiences. And then there's you guys who are a little bit younger and basically about to go through the same sort of things that I did, only different. Everyone can choose to do different things, which is one of the great parts of life, but you all have the same support group that I did. You have youth leaders who are there for you, and you have people who are younger than you and with you going through the same thing. So even though you might be doing something completely different to what I did and taking steps completely different to what I did, you still have the same sort of structure in your support. Yeah, which kind of brings me to the end, which is where I realized that even though I didn't have that many close friends when I was younger coming up through church, I was still going to church, and people around me still had influence on me even without knowing. And then not that much later on, I had people who were older than me and people who I was close with who were the same age as me. Both groups helped me figure out who I am, even when they weren't necessarily trying to help me. Being around them was enough, but I also formed relationships with them which now make me who I am. And then now, I'm much more confident in myself, and I've kind of figured myself out, I guess. But I know from past experiences that having people around you is a wise thing to do at all times. So basically what I'm trying to say is, that verse helped me to stay consistent to God, which meant that I was in environments where people were speaking into me without even knowing. And really, me getting to church was half of my work already done for me. I was subconsciously getting fed by coming to church, even though I didn't necessarily have an incentive like a great friend group that meant that I really, really wanted to go. So hopefully you're feeling like that you love church and youth and you like to keep coming, or maybe a friend is bringing you along. But if you don't feel like that, then that's what the support's for. That's what your youth leaders are for. So make sure you use them, even if it's not for a chat and you just want to hang out. We're not going to say no. Cool, so that's pretty much my story, and so hopefully you got something out of it that can help you with whatever you're going through. And I will see you guys hopefully soon. But I'll catch you at the Zoom. Peace.
Thanks, Bailey, for that awesome testimony. Well, hey GU, we just want to put it out there that we love you, but also so does God. And we want you guys to have a relationship with Him. So if you don't feel like you have a relationship with Him, or if you have a relationship with Him and you think, you know what, it could be stronger, or if you're just unsure about whether you're going to end up in heaven or not, then please get in contact with us, because we would love to pray with you guys. We would love to be there and support you every step of the way. But that's it for us. That's it for us right now. But hey, why don't you jump on Zoom and we'll catch up there.